Let's take a look. I'm probably on right now. My account needs a password reset.
What does?
My Twitch. I just tried to log in. But I think we're live. I would guess that we're live.
Live enough.
We're wilding out. Where? Come on. There we go. And welcome to the Itch Network podcast. I got it on my phone here. The date is 1/9/2020. You gonna make a vision joke?
No, because I hear that shit all the time at work and it pisses me off. I'm sorry, Rachel. No. Woof, woof, woof.
It's gonna be a clear year.
Is
visually.
Clear year. Clear as water.
Clear. Oh, they say where I work, clear as mud, and everyone just thinks it's the funniest thing. Mud is clear.
You work with a bunch of white people.
Yes.
Affirmative.
The whites.
The Wattays.
Well, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Real good. I've been watching shows I will not tell you about because they are not anime, but they may have aired on the CW, which is a crime to and of itself.
Aired on the CW?
Yeah, it's like restricted as far as what you could do, what you could say,
or how good you can be.
Yeah, but there's enough gore in it to where I'm like, oh, this is hype. People dying and shit. I love it. But yeah, that thing's happening. What else? Yeah, that's it. You want to ask me what I've been playing, Spence?
I will in a second. I usually give a little recap of what we're going to talk about, but today, since just us two, we can cut out the riffraff.
The riffity-raff?
The best of 2019.
Okay.
The worst of 2019. Which we're at the stage where we don't really play games we don't want to play. So I don't know if I have a worst per se.
Speak for yourself.
But actually, no, I do actually, but it's really not bad. But also the best of the decade and the worst of the decade. And they're going to say, wow, I wish I didn't miss that one. But they did. But before we get to any of that, JD, what games have you been playing?
I'm good.
Thought I'd never ask, huh?
Yeah, something like that. So I finished Max Payne 3. Let me actually bring up my Steam. So I have been playing. I finished Max Payne 3. I was gonna play Rainbow Six Vegas, and it just did not age well.
Oh, we were good. We were talking about playing that.
I mean, I'd play it if I was with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
I would not play by myself. It's very clearly a game I would duck and dodge if I was playing by myself. Obviously, I'm playing Dragon's Dogma. I'm trying to beat the Dark Arisen expansion, which is just a grind, if anything. I've been playing Street Fighter again because the patches that came out December or now, whenever they came out, are like everyone's broken and it's great. It's just like, if you can do the broken shit, kind of thing. Yeah. So it's like, fuck it. Just feed us to the wolves. Let us figure this shit out.
So the first person to hit a good combo wins?
No, it's not about combos. It's more about set play. So in Street Fighter, it's more about being able to be like, Gil is he's the main villain from Street Fighter Third Strike, or Street Fighter Second Impact and Third Strike. He's from Street Fighter 3. he's a combo machine. Like I can't tell you how many times I get on Twitter and people are just like, found a new combo. You know, like this guy doesn't fucking stop. You know, he's got so many ways to just keep comboing you. I definitely think he's on the higher tier, but as good a character as he is, there's plenty of other characters that can beat you without doing that. You know what I mean? Like there's heavy hitter kind of stuff. There's people that have the ability to just counter whatever you're doing. Like that's cool. And that's like, that gives you that whole sense of like, fuck, I can play a different game now, you know? So it's good. It's fun. I actually like playing it. I haven't played my brother in a minute on it, but I intend to.
Show him what's up.
Together.
No, he's good, huh?
Well, so I believe I'm better than my brother at 2D fighters, just because it's like we go back and forth. The first time we played Street Fighter 5, we did a first to 50 wins.
Yeah.
I got he got like 23, I got 50. So like I was feeling, you know, I was high on life and shit. My hands were fucking hurting, but it was like almost 2 hours of just back and forth set. And then there's a game called Eunice. My brother beats me at that, but I think it's just due to the fact of I'm unfamiliar with the game. I'm not as familiar as he is with it. Guilty Gear, different story. Guilty Gear, my boy is Slayer. Don't fuck with me when I'm playing Slayer. And then he doesn't play Samurai. Well, he did play Samurai Showdown, but he played a character at the time that was better than my character. And I'm not gonna lie, my brother does tend to have better fundamentals than me, so he played better then. And then we haven't played King of Fighters in a minute, but like Tekken and Dead or Alive, my brother beats me at like solid.
3D fighters.
Yeah, 3D fighters. He's just, you know, whatever. We haven't played Virtual Fighter in like 8 years against each other, so it's been some time. But like back in the day when we played Virtual Fighter, he was beating me on that too. So my brother's scheme is 3D fighters. I'm a 2D fighter guy. I have more of an impact on 2D fighters than I do 3D. I like 3D fighters. Tekken's a great game. It's probably the best fighting game that's out there right now. And I don't even play it as much. It's just solid. But if I'm being honest, it's just not the sauce for me. But so I've been playing that. I've been playing Disco Asylum. That game,
Disco Elysium.
Fucking. I was even looking at it too. That game is a trip.
Dude, I want to play it so bad.
It's a trip. Like, you don't take damage normally. You take damage because of tripping down the stairs. Like, you don't take damage. I was in a gunfight type shit, you know? You're a detective. Figure out what the fuck happened. That kind of shit. Or if someone insults your fucking character, you take damage. Like, what? What the shit? I also downloaded Blender, which I intend to really engross myself with. Thankfully, Eric turned me on to getting another monitor. So I actually have another monitor. I just haven't set it up yet.
Congratulations.
I intend to, but technically I'll have 3 monitors then. 4 monitors.
But a TV?
The TV, I've got a monitor in my room, and then I have these 2. I'm just like, I kind of don't need that many monitors. I think 2 is fine. Some people like to do 3, and Eric was telling me like they'd like to do the fucking the rounded monitors. Fuck that shit. I'm not a fan. Get that shit out of here.
Dude, 2's plenty.
2's plenty.
2's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I'm excited. That's actually gonna be my main monitor. This is gonna be my backup monitor. So I'm prepped for it. And then what else? I've been playing Outer Worlds. I gotta tell you, man.
Am I missing out?
You are. The writing is actually funnier than Borderlands. Borderlands is like that bro sort of shit.
It's
like,
smarter.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, it's actually it's funnier and it's smarter.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good game. I just maybe other games going on at the time or whatever. I couldn't. And I'm not the biggest Fallout guy. It just never.
Yeah.
Didn't really catch on. It seemed good. It just didn't catch on.
I'm a firm believer in genre burnout. Play too many shooters, you're done. Like I have Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is a great game. It is a very good game. Looking at it, I could tell graphically it still looks amazing. Looking at the like what they want you to do in the game, amazing. You want me to jump off walls and shoot this dude? Yeah. You got a problem? No, let's do it. You know, kind of shit.
Yeah.
But that's something that I've got burnout because of Call of Duty, because of there's another game I was playing, first person shooter. Just shooters in general, I feel. It just gets old real quick, and you're just like, But I will say, jumping over to games where that's not like common, like you jump over to The Witcher, like it's its own unique experience, which I intend to after I beat Outer Worlds. I'm gonna jump back to
Death
probably
Stranding.
Witcher. No, probably Witcher.
Oh.
I'm at the end of The Witcher. I just haven't done
the regular
DLC.
game or not the deal? Oh, okay. So just
the regular story. Yeah, I'm literally at the end. They're like, "There's no turning back," kind of shit. And I'm just like, "Let me do this DLC." So I'm gonna run both the DLCs, and then after I do the DLC, then I'll come back, beat the game, and then I'll jump over to Death Stranding. And then I'll just fucking grit my teeth through the BT scenes, and then just be like, "All right, cool, beat that game." And then I'm gonna jump over to Nier. The intention is between
Nier
this gap,
Automata.
yeah, between this gap between now and then, there's a shit ton of games that come out. There's Final Fantasy that comes out. There's
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
no Final Fantasy 7 remake comes out in March.
Oh, March. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, Resident Evil 3 remake comes out in March, and they haven't even shown us a real gameplay demo of it. So you're like, what the fuck? Last of Us doesn't come out till May, so I have some time for that. That's probably the next gap. But if I remember this last year, that was like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry didn't come out till April or almost May. And then before that, there was a series of games that I wanted to play. So you get that month of a gap to be like, all right, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. And then bam, there's another fucking game that comes out. So there's, Cyberpunk comes out in March. So that's a big fucking time sink.
Yes. That'll be
I intend to get it, and I intend to take time off for sure. I'll probably take like 3 days off on it and try and put I'll try and take like the days off associated with the weekend and just never make any plans and try and just put all my time on it. That's got to equal up to 100 hours. You beat the game, you're done.
You think it's going to be that long to beat?
Yeah, I do. It's what's it called? It's CD Projekt Red. Like The Witcher is just about hunting monsters, and they found some way to make that shit fucking 80 hours, 70 hours. You're just like,
I think I beat it in 40?
Yeah, you just sprinted past shit though. Like if you want to enjoy some elements of it, it's gonna increase by it's gotta increase by like 30 hours, 20 hours, some shit like that, you know?
Yeah. No, that'll be worth it. That's a game definitely that would be worth it.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna jump over to that. Probably play that for a little bit. And then I mean, with all the monitors, technically I should probably consider recording it. Just recording certain parts of it and just been like, you know, have it. I don't know if I'd like now YouTube's a different fucking landscape. I don't know if I'd be like, let me put it on YouTube. I'd probably just be like, let me just record it so I have it. You know, and put it on.
It'll affect your power, your speed, your frame rate.
No. I'm not gonna play it on PC.
Oh, just use a thing for it.
Yeah, capture card. I've got a capture card right there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would just use a capture card and fucking go from there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but I've been playing a lot of games. I've been watching a lot of fucking shit. I intend to rewatch The Witcher actually. Maybe next week if I'm all caught up. The week after, if I'm all caught up on this shit. the week after. What are you playing?
Well, I can tell you what I just finished watching.
Death Stranding.
Married at First Sight,
What is that?
season 6. It's a stupid reality show.
Mm.
I'm like all into reality shows now. they're so stupid. But I don't know. It's like good background noise. Because I'm playing Dragon Quest 11 on the Switch, and more than that, I'm playing Pokemon Yellow. I was doing Zelda Ocarina of Time, but the guys over at the Button Mappers are talking about playing a different game, so we're switching over.
You're like, I'm halfway through the game, but they decide something else.
Yeah, so I'm getting ready for that. Although maybe I shouldn't have said that because maybe that's spoiling what's coming out.
That's all good.
Oh well.
Well.
Ocarina of Time will be in a different month. That's not this one. But I'll be. I gotta finish Yellow though, which is interesting. It's especially after just coming back from playing Sword and Shield. They're like night and day different games. It's really weird, but the Pokemon went in a different direction than I would have preferred. Who am I to say?
Not the biggest fun. Oh shit! I just realized I'm actually not gonna play. After I beat Outer Worlds, I'm not gonna go to Death Stranding. I'm gonna play Control.
Oh right.
Yeah, it was good.
I read an article from somebody in Kotaku. I don't know why I even bother at this point, but I did. And she was saying that playing Control made her feel sexy.
Yeah, shut the fuck up with that. Just enjoy the game.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Before we go into our favorite stuff, and this could give you some time to think about your favorite stuff.
I think I have some of it.
Let's talk about some releases. Next week we've got Atelier Shali DX.
No.
Moving on, we have Alliance Alive, which is a remake of a 3DS RPG that did not do well. So fuck that. We got Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE. So it's actually Sharp FE Encore, which is the combination of SMT and Fire Emblem. And released for the Wii U, and now they're re-releasing it for the Switch because nobody bought it on the Wii U because nobody had a Wii U.
Bars.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is great. It's a really good game. It's also really gay, but whatever. It's like a lot of music, like in pop stuff, pop people mixed with Persona, and that's mixed with a very little amount of Fire Emblem, but there is a little bit in there.
It's there.
There's nothing else that I see.
God damn, it's rough year or rough week for games.
Looking at the week after, my God, there's only one game on there that means anything, and it barely means anything. But it's kind of like a coming out of left field. Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath. Do you remember that game?
Yeah, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Abe's Exodus, and yeah, the Stranger was a Xbox game, wasn't it?
Yeah, first person shooter with live ammunition.
That's some shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That game actually set the standard for a lot of other games to be risque, to be like to talk about taboo subjects. So I actually really respect the franchise.
Yeah, Oddworld's pretty awesome.
I'm afraid to play it though. I want to play it just because I watched my brother.
It's really dark.
It is very dark. Follow me, okay? You know, stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all that shit. Collectively, that shit is frightening. It's cool at the same time.
Yeah, it's got a very unique style to it. Ooh, and on January 28th, this is way out of our window, but Warcraft 3 Reforged is coming out. remaking the RTS.
That's the only Warcraft I ever played. I mean, I played World of Warcraft, but Warcraft.
You
3
played
was,
World of Warcraft? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I played with Leo and all them. I was like level 18 in the first fucking area, and I was a blood elf warlock.
When did you play? What year?
You're in. Me and Leo were still talking. like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that was like the.
They're trying to push you to like play the game so you can get.
Yeah.
You know, that was Battle of
Azeroth.
Azeroth was that expansion, I believe. So I was playing that, and I was like, "Oh fuck it."
Yeah.
It was fun because you had the group with you, but like it was me, Lindsay, Leo, like 2 other people playing with us. And I believe Eric was playing, and it was good just to have a squad. But
When you're out on your own.
Would I play a game normally? No, fuck no. I've got Final Fantasy. Why would I play that game?
I hear you. Let's look at Metacritic real quick. We got movies. 1917 gets a 79. I heard that was actually great.
I heard it was great, and I can't fucking wait to see it because they have a long shot of a 30-minute segment going from one side of a hill to the other and going through all the carnage in between. That sounds fucking hype as shit. I can't wait. That's
Dude, you ever want to see? I'm down to see that movie. I heard it was
Let's
great.
go fucking watch it. Let's watch it together. Yeah, that one I'm fucking geeked up. I still need to see Knives Out. I still haven't seen Star Wars. Sorry, but I need to see Knives Out as well too.
Well, the wife wants to see some of that stuff, so sure we can get into that.
Yeah, let's focus on Knives Out first.
Okay.
Because that's about to leave theaters.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Les Mis. I didn't know they re-released that.
Again?
But here it is. Les Miserables.
Les really Miz.
76. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker is at 54.
God, what a dip.
The movie Underwater, I've never heard of that, is 49.
Yeah, horror movie with freaking what's her name from Twilight. There's a bunch of other people in it. I actually heard it was really good horror movie wise. it's dude, January horror movies. I bet you The Grudge is on there and it's like a 20.
Let's check Seymour. Oh, the last one that I was gonna mention is Like a Boss is on here.
What? Like
and
Lonely Island?
31.
Is that Andy Samberg and all of them?
No. That's let's see who's on here. It's Ari Graynor, Billy Porter. Ooh, I'm scanning these. I don't know anybody, but I do know Salma Hayek. Ooh, and Tiffany Haddish is on here too.
I know what that is. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish and freaking what's her name?
I think I'm seeing these previews on Facebook all the time.
Yes. I don't know what Facebook is, but yes. That's where they're at. That's crazy.
Yeah, girls can't do comedies. What are they doing here?
There are girls that could do comedy. What are you talking about?
Like what?
Wanda Sykes. She was funny.
She was funny.
I think I like.
I like Old Ellen.
Yeah, Old Ellen's not bad. Eliza Stranger, whatever. Her old shit is actually pretty good. I don't know about her new stuff. I haven't watched any new stuff. But it's like you go back and you watch like Dane Cook. And Dane Cook actually wasn't terrible. He was actually all right. Yeah. He stuck with a shtick too long is the issue. It just wasn't, it died out. Like you look at Chris Rock and how he does comedy. Chris Rock does comedy in the sense of like, I'm trying to teach you a lesson kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's good because it's transformative. You look at how Dave Chappelle goes, I want you to pay attention to shit. It's transformative. It works out. If your comedy is not really transformative, it doesn't flow. Like Joe Coy is hilarious, but Joe Coy just talks about the same shit. I've got a Filipino mom.
Oh, dude, I hate racial comedy. It's the worst.
Why do you like Dave Chappelle?
Because he's good. He's not.
He is good, but it's racial comedy.
Some of it is.
9 times out of 10, it is.
No. And I mean, okay.
Did you know Dave Chappelle's black?
No, I've heard him say it. He's not black. He did a whole skit about it. Um, there was a he does a lot of when I mean racial comedy, I more mean like a guy or girl doing only jokes about their own race. That kind of thing. That stuff I hate. If you're doing racial jokes, but they're across the board, that's awesome. Go for it. If you're just gonna talk about like, oh, I'm Filipino, so I'm just gonna make jokes about being Filipino for the rest of the night, or I'm Mexican, so I'm gonna make Mexican
career.
for the rest of my career, really, yeah. For a lot of these people, like that shit's bullshit. But no, Dave Chappelle's freaking awesome, and I love it when he makes fun of white people. His white people impression is he could just talk like that, and I would just laugh.
Hi.
Hey guys, how are you?
Dave. I'm gonna race him.
Dave?
I didn't know I couldn't do that. I didn't know I couldn't do that. That's right. Because I did know I couldn't do that. That's hilarious. That's great.
He's amazing. Yeah, women can't do comedy. All right. Video games. We got Disco Elysium.
Wasn't Bridesmaids funny? Didn't you like
No,
Bridesmaids?
Bridesmaids is shit.
What? I haven't seen it.
It's okay. It's okay.
What's her name's funny in it? We're here to party. What's her name? You know what I'm talking about, right?
The bigger girl?
No. She's just tall. She's on SNL.
Tall?
Yeah, they were on the aircraft, and she's like, "We're here to party." It's like a meme now. You look it up.
I'm not cool enough. Kristen Wiig?
Yeah.
Do you think she's tall? I never noticed that she was tall.
She's taller than most of the other girls, right?
I don't fucking know. She's tall. She's fine. She's fine. She's good, but
she's funny.
But that movie, it's like an Apatow movie. They follow the exact same formula. They're so boring.
You're saying that, but all Apatow movies follow the same fucking.
Yeah, I don't like Apatow movies. You're right.
You didn't like Knocked Up?
That's the thing. Okay, so I liked 40-Year-Old Virgin, and then I liked Knocked Up, and I'm like, okay, it's a lot like 40-Year-Old Virgin, but it's different because it's slightly different actors.
Ha 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 ha.
So it's good. And then it's like, I think the next movie I saw was, I don't remember what it was, but it was like,
Walk Hard?
No, that one was very different. That one was...
He was not the director. He was the director in Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin. The next movie he was the director for was Funny People.
Okay, I never saw that.
With Adam Sandler. Eminem is in there. Weird. This is 40, Trainwreck.
I just know that at one point he became everybody's producer because I guess he found success and everyone just wanted to emulate it. And
there's only 2 films he didn't produce. Don't Mess with the Zohan and Fun with Dick and Jane. I believe both of the one's Jim Carrey and the other one is good old fashioned Adam Sandler.
Yeah, fuck those guys. But
yeah. Oh well Carrey can be funny. Like he's better at being just a normal actor at this point.
I don't know what he is at this point.
He doesn't know what he is at this point.
I love Ace Ventura. But I don't think that's ever in the cards for him anymore. At least I don't think so. And then he's in the Sonic movie as a really unfunny Eggman. So whatever.
Yeah. We should watch that and get fucking fuck.
We totally should. Move real quick. Video games here. We got Disco Elysium at 91, The Outer Worlds at 86.
Goddamn 91?
Yeah, dude.
It's good, but I don't. Okay, I need to wait.
Keep going.
I'm just starting the investigation, so I need to get done.
We got Death Stranding at 82, Jedi Fallen Order at 80, and then, of course, to round out all these great games, AO Tennis 2 at 68.
My favorite.
Is that adults only? What does AO mean?
Australian fire.
I thought you were going to say Australian something, and then I was going to try to make a fire joke, but you beat me to it.
Oh, bars.
Yeah, I don't know what AO stands for, but it couldn't be adults.
AO.
All right,
anyway.
dude. So we are at the end of the year, or we were at the end of the year. Now we're at the beginning of a new decade. 2020. How's your vision, dog? No, just kidding. But we had a long decade that was the same length exactly as every other decade prior to it. A lot of games happen. Have you thought about what the best game of the decade is?
I already know what the best game of the decade was.
My answer's right, though.
Yeah, sure.
And wrong at the same time.
Go ahead. We might even have the same answer.
Blow your mind. I don't think we will.
Hit it.
League of Legends.
Skyrim.
Skyrim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you think Skyrim?
Skyrim because it was the first
game. It's been remade 8,000 times?
No, because it came out in November of 2010. And the fact that at the end of the day, when you look at that game, it forced other genres and other games to create more persistence within their worlds. You got guys that have schedules, right? Like Shenmue was doing it, but it was like novelty, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy's here at 6 o'clock, like whatever. But then when you look at how Skyrim does it, you have, excluding giant bullshit ass spiders, you've got situations where you have so many variables at play. It's probably the most. It's the biggest game that Bethesda has made that hasn't had bugs to the extent that Fallout New Vegas has had, Fallout 3 has had, and Fallout 4 and 76 have had. There's a lot of Fallouts in that year. Holy shit. But there's so much there. It's got a good trailer.
Right. That's the key to everything.
Well, you say that, but didn't I gush to you about how much I love the Killing Monsters trailer? It's one of my favorite trailers of all time. For The Witcher?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Killing the monsters. You're like, oh my shit! And
but they're people!
But they're monsters! Like that kind of shit. Like that was hype. That was legit. You're just like, God damn, he's hitting on multiple points. This shit's fucking hype. You jump over to Skyrim, and you have a situation where you have like, if I didn't say Skyrim, I would have said Last of Us, which is a very close second. I also would have said Bloodborne, which is also second. Like Bloodborne's amazing to me because it's the first time that FromSoft ever did a solid story. FromSoft has always done the, well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't happen kind of fucking thing with Souls games.
Yeah.
But then when they did it with Bloodborne, it happens in one night.
Yeah.
All that shit happens in one night. There's a little bit of build up, and then the rest happens in one night. Can't really argue with that shit,
Well, how long is the game?
Fucking 50 hours.
Yeah.
It's a solid 50, man. Like if you're thinking about
the longest night of all time.
Hell yeah, it is. That's a Castlevania joke in the making, actually. The first night has reappeared. Like it's just the way it fucking works. I could say Final Fantasy 14. I could say 15 because I really love 15. I think it's just, I'm actually replaying. I
cannot
15.
get into 15.
They have turn-based combat. What is the problem with you?
I just can't get into it.
That's your fault.
You know what? To your credit, to the credit of your original answer, I think it takes too much from modern games. I was gonna tack on when you were saying Skyrim. I also think Skyrim influenced how other people do questing and game progression. And other games have done it the same way too, but Skyrim's really caught on where you have an open world, but still like a stream of quests, and you kind of follow it around. I know other people have done it, but they're the ones that call out to me that people kind of go back to and look at that as the flag carrier for that kind of questing, that kind of progression. So I could see Skyrim. I don't know if I would see Final Fantasy 14 though.
14
Like, what kind of influence?
or
have they
15?
had? Well, definitely not 15. 14.
What kind of influence did 14 have? Did you play it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game.
Little bit. How much?
I'm not saying it's a bad game by any stretch. It's just
No, I don't think it's a bad game. I'm not arguing bad game.
the. I think when you think of best game of the decade, I don't think of it as what is literally the best game, like the most fun for you.
Influential.
Yeah, I'm thinking like influence, like game changer.
So
Because like really, are you really going to compare a game from 2010 to a game from 2019 and be like, which one's got better graphics? Well, of course.
Have you seen Left Alive? That game fucking sucks. The story is garbage. Have you seen Fallout 76? And then have you seen Skyrim? I think we have a winner.
Right. Okay.
But what I'm talking about is like Final Fantasy is on 14, and this is why I considered it. Let me preface. This is why I considered it. Final Fantasy 14 is on its. So there's Shadowbringers. Going back, there's Stormblood, there's Heaven's Word, and A Realm Reborn technically counts.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have the main game, which came out, I think, in 2010, maybe even 9. Who knows? I don't know for sure. Either way, you got that. Their stories have remained interesting without being too bullshit. Like, there's enough Avatar strength in there for you to be like, this is me doing this shit, and I don't feel like I'm like everybody else, kind of thing. And I feel like that's very common in MMOs. Like, when we're running through the Old Republic, you're the only Jedi that can do this. And it's like, yeah, but what about Steve over here? You know, like it's not going to feel the same.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. So it's one of those like weird sort of vibes or whatever. If we're talking about best games of like 2010, I'd feel the influence or 2000s 2010. I feel like the influence is more powerful in those. In this, it's part of the feeling mixed with the gameplay. Like, you have to be like, this influenced me, but I also really like it.
Right.
And like for that, not even playing enough Skyrim because there's a spider mission like 3 fucking hours in. I can't do anything. I have the Spider-Man hack or mod, but I have not done it yet. I don't know if I told you. Every time a spider's on the screen, they go, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And they're all dressed like Spider-Man instead. They don't even make the noises. They go, you know, it's fucking great. It takes me out of the immersion, but at least I can beat the fucking game. Because those spiders are fucking huge. They look fucking ugly. Ugh. You know? Yeah. But as far as games of the decade, I would say Skyrim. I know you say League.
Yeah, and League technically came out in October of 2009.
Another second, real quick, is Overwatch.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Overwatch is solid. No matter how much shit you talk about, it's solid.
I feel like it's a little flash in the pan, though.
No,
in regards to the decade.
You haven't played enough, though.
Played a little bit of that game.
Bro, you just root hack. Like, that was it. I appreciate you playing on console, though. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, League technically came out in October of 2009, but, I mean, come on, it's like a persistent game. It grew throughout the decade. It really brought in esports. Like, it had existed, like, with Halo and that kind of thing, but kind of took it away from that. And
You mean CSGO and all that shit?
Yeah. It kind of ran with it in a completely crazy direction that hadn't really been seen before. And almost was a precursor in a way to Fortnite of just like how big can a game get just based on like an online community. It really drove in that free-to-play model, which for better or for worse, I mean, some games do it well, most games do it really shitty. I think League has maintained that line where they still provide a great game. Mm-hmm. And then just have, you can buy skins on top of it. It's good for them. I almost want to say Fortnite, but I just don't like that game personally. So I guess I don't want to say that. But It certainly
Some
had a
people
huge.
say Apex Legends over Fortnite because it was
Um,
the challenger.
I don't think
It
so,
what
but
I would say in the sense that it was doing something that Fortnite wasn't doing, that Fortnite later emulated.
what's that?
Some of the mechanics in Apex Legends, reviving people. I believe the what's it called the I think it was the catapults, shit like that. Like that was
Mm,
something. And if you look at it, Apex, which we never played, right,
no.
together, Apex has it's like Overwatch for battle royale. Everyone has their own like unique skill, like shit like that. Like it was refreshing to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Like EA did a good job of capitalizing off that shit because you look at it and you go, all right, what are people playing right now? Overwatch. They're not playing just random ass like DayZ and shit where everyone's equal and shit and could go through each room or like 7 Days to Die. Like they're not playing that shit. They're playing like Fortnite and or not Fortnite. They're playing Overwatch and they're going. My character has a unique ability that is relevant to the composition of the team. All right, so let's do 3-on-3, three teams, three
3-man
people
teams.
teams,
Yeah.
3-man teams, and then everyone has a unique ability. Mirage, he can make people think he's there when he's somewhere else. Fucking, I forget her name, can like soak up attacks and then shoot them back. And we got a healer. Like all that shit, all that stuff is good to make a game unique because then you start talking about how do I play this character better. That's the exact reason why Siege makes their operators have a certain trait or characteristics that makes them unique. It's the exact same concept. Because you want to feel unique on a team, even if you're just another person. You want to be like, I'm gonna play this kind of guy. Like something that is so normal in like fighting games. If you look about it, or if you look at it, if I'm playing Ken or if I'm playing Guile instead of Ken, what are my best abilities? I could fucking Sonic Boom you till you fucking die, and the minute you jump up at me, I'm gonna hit you with a flash kick. Like it's just that's just the way it is. And then when you go to shooters and you finally characterize those characters, it's the same concept. So they were doing a lot of things right with that game, and I think it's still popular. It's got a good look to it. It's just one of those things where it's like I didn't stick with it. I would probably stick with Siege sooner than I would stick with Apex Legends, because you need a
Dude, we
squad.
never played Siege. That breaks my heart.
That
I'd
game
love to
is
play
like
it.
$5.
Right. It's like it's got to be nothing at this point. It's
Pretty
people still
much.
play it. It's fun.
People still play it, and that's a testament to the game, right? When you think about it.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
should
we should
play
probably
it.
consider it.
But we need a
But
group, right?
Group of four is pretty solid. I believe is good enough, or a group of three is good enough because you'll jump in with the randos, but like enough people talking will get everyone to communicate. Like that's the way it is with like Overwatch.
Yeah.
You get on a team, if three people are talking, everyone's talking.
I think on PC people are more prone to speaking than on
Yeah,
like
console,
console.
just jump on the next one. It's like not the same thing, man.
Because when I'm on console, I don't really want to talk to people. Anyway.
Bro, I don't want to even plug in my mic. I play freaking Call of Duty. I don't want to talk to you, bro. If we play gunfight, it's 2v2, and I'm like, don't talk to me. It's like team doubles in Halo. You just don't want to talk with the other person unless you know them.
Yeah. Oh my god, when Master Chief Collection gets Halo 2, I'm on that shit.
It's already got Reach, so I'm down.
I'm waiting for 2.
Dude, Reach is fucking solid. I can't believe anyone that doubts Reach.
I've just never played it.
Reach is fun. Reach is a whole lot of fun.
Fuck, let's get down, man.
I know.
What's some of the worst things of the decade? I'll start it off because I know I just threw it on you.
Yeah.
I would say, I think with this decade, we've had some serious growing pains because we're starting to get into we changed the entire business model, right? We didn't necessarily change it. We've introduced a new business model that we haven't fully understood yet of giving people content and letting them pay for something. What that something is and in what quantity. we haven't fully decided yet. We've had companies try a lottery system. We've had companies try giving you entire portions of a video game. We've had companies try giving you skins, characters, bonuses, etc. And I don't think... I mean, there's some companies, League of Legends, with skins. Okay, that's one way to do it. It's not the only way to do it. We have other companies, like Overwatch, doing, you can buy chests that get you whatever. But it's still, it's like a lottery system. So it's close to gambling. You could argue it's not gambling. And I could see both sides of that. I think, though, that this year it's been really rough in seeing...
This year or this decade?
Sorry, this decade. And just kind of seeing how companies... And maybe to their credit, but it still looks bad on paper. Just trying to push to see what they can get away with. Especially like an EA. Just kind of seeing what, like... Because they're doing it on purpose, and they're just sitting there like, would they pay for this? Well, let's find out. And they just say, like, let's just do it, and there you go. There was... It
was Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 5 with Activision. That was... They literally just go, let's try and cash in on...
Yes.
People's nostalgia. Like, shit like that. It's more about the practices, less about the games. I have a game that is the worst game of the decade.
Really? I don't know if I have a worst game of the decade.
You ready for this?
Dude, I'm interested. What?
Gear up. Take a deep breath. Blow out your air out. And suck up your fucking stomach. Ride to Hell. Retribution.
Oh. Okay.
Ride to Hell. Hell yeah, it was.
I think I have one. That one was just like a really... but... I guess
what the garbage.
The problem with that is that it is a very, very bad game. But were your expectations for it very high?
That's a good point.
It's like if and maybe this is a hint at what could be a worse game, but if BioWare, before we totally lost faith in them, made a game and it was just the worst piece of shit that ever happened, like that would be pretty monumental.
Let me put it this way. I don't think The Order 1886 is a bad game.
Yeah.
I like the game for the direction that it took. I like that it was standing up to the concept of what a game should be. Kojima probably liked it. I wasn't on Twitter then. But Kojima probably was like, oh my God, they're trying to...
Are you making fun of him because he can't speak English so good?
Or my Gertie. Or my Kami. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, the worst game has to be Ride to Hell. Like people will say like Mass Effect. People might say, what is it?
You know what game I'm gonna throw out there?
Army of Two. What?
Army of Two?
Yeah, the 40th Day. A lot of people had problems with that. I beat that game. And granted, yes, was it like solid? No. No. Or Rambo. Rambo wasn't that good. Colonial Marines came out in the last 10 years. That wasn't so hot. Duke Nukem Forever was a really bad
but
fucking...
Who's like, that game's going to be fire?
Well, when you realize the company behind it that decided to pick it up, maybe you think that. What else sucked?
I'm throwing out mine. And this
Fallout
has
76.
Mine. Oh, that's a really good one. That's actually a really fucking good pick. But I'm gonna go with one that kind of follows my trend. Actually, Fallout 76 follows what I was talking about earlier too. But I'm gonna go with Evolve.
Evolve was a disappointment. That's a good one.
Because it was a glimpse into the future, and it could have been really great, and instead it was disgustingly bad. It not only was not a great game, but you could see the intent behind it was just pure greed. And it was very disappointing. But dude, Fallout 76 might be a better pick.
That was a game that I was even hyped for that just was not developed properly. And it's just like you look at it and you go, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this kind of thing?
That game is greed epitomized. Because even after they released the game and it was shit, and everybody knew it was shit, and everybody was making fun of it, they then offered the $100 a year thing for like private servers that aren't even private or whatever it was. It's
Yeah.
dude, that could probably be it. Worst game of the decade. I think Fallout 76 is a good pick for that. Because it also shows a company that started out. Remember your favorite game of the decade, Skyrim.
I think what it came down to was a timing situation. They're trying to drop a game too quickly before it came out. They really are. And it's just like, it's not going to fit. And they're like, fuck it. We're going to make it work. And people are going to like it. You can nuke each other. Like, I was like reading through this shit, hyped every fucking second. Like, oh my God, I can nuke people. You know, like all that shit. And then you just realize you're like, no, this is not good. This is bad. This is awful.
That's what makes Fallout 76 so bad, is the pure disappointment.
Dude, there's montages about that game. Bad. God. Just could have done a better job, you know?
I mean, that same boat, Andromeda.
But Andromeda came together better. I didn't experience those glitches that people are talking about. Not a single one, to be honest.
That's true. You played it. I didn't play it, so I can't say a whole lot. But
it was actually probably one of my better experiences playing games, because I was playing that game and then I was watching JoJo at the time, which is an anime, and it's an old school anime. It's like 80s at the time. And I just remember jumping to a new planet and being like, oh shit, JoJo's doing some shit too. It's weird, but that dynamic worked out. And not only that, but I was like, one of the things that BioWare has pushed is like, if you jump to, I know you didn't like it, but Dragon Age is one of my favorite IPs, just because I just like the world and shit. The first Dragon Age is great. The second one's like Game of Thrones, but I understand why a lot of people didn't like it. And then when you go to Inquisition, like, good trailers, good build up, good gameplay, all things considered. You have to min-max your character if you're playing on a harder difficulty. You know, like, you have to. And then, like, all right, time to fight this dragon. I'm a fucking rogue. I have 2 daggers. What am I supposed to do? And then, like, everyone's got to play a role kind of shit. Like, all that shit was hype. The voice acting was great in all of those games. The characters were great in all of those games. Like, you start to realize, like, there's really good elements, you know, to take away from that game. People don't give a fuck about that because they're just like, fake it. And then, you know, you go into that shit. But, all things considered, when you run through that game and you're doing like the storylines of the characters and all that shit was fucking intense. Shit was fun. If I didn't have giant ass fucking spiders jumping down on me, the game would be even better. But they're fucking assholes, right? All I'm waiting for is an Inquisition style game for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Give me an Old Republic 3, and I'm set. I'm just saying. Give me the ability to use like crazy ass force powers. Sign me up. I'm good to go.
That'd be sick.
That'd be fun, and make it multiplayer for like certain missions. Bro, we're in the Old Republic. We're there. But I forgot the point I was trying to make. But outside of that, though, that was a solid like series. It really was. So.
All right. What about 2019?
Best?
Yeah, shit year.
What is your best? I already know what my best.
Oh man, I have such disdain for this year.
Of course you do. You're a negative person.
I I didn't play a lot of the big releases that I should have. Looking on here. Played Star Wars Fallen Order. It was good. It's a good game. Pokemon Sword and Shield I was disappointed by. I don't know if it's a bad game. It's just not for me anymore. Tried to play Fire Emblem Three Houses. That game was just pedophile simulator. Kingdom Hearts 3. Jesus. God, I can't believe I played through that whole fucking game. Borderlands 3.
You got a friend, man.
Borderlands 3 was fun. I like that. That might be it.
So your data gets deleted.
I'm looking at one of my least... Well... I wish Days Gone just grabbed me. I wish it did something unique. It's like, if you're going to make that kind of game, you should really push for something great. And it just didn't reach it for me. Did you play that at all?
Days Gone?
Yeah.
No, a buddy of mine has it. He can lend it to me, but...
It does nothing. It's literally like every other game, but every other game does something in it better.
But there was that demo where they're like, "You've got 100 people chasing after you, isn't that hype?" And you're just like, "Not really."
Yeah, no, not really.
Give me 5 guys, if you do it right, and it's fine. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. It's not about the number. It's about just doing it right. I'd probably say Borderlands 3. Another one that I might throw out there, and this is almost a freaking whack answer. I'll admit that. But Persona Q2 was a lot of fun. But it's just an Etrian Odyssey clone. But it has Persona characters. But I liked it. But yeah, I like playing Borderlands 3 with you guys. It was fun.
You guys, you guy.
I played with your brother.
Like all of 10 seconds, and then he just decided, you know what, I forgot I'm playing with you guys. Whatever. Anyway.
Wait, did we play Division 2 this year too?
We did.
We did.
Together.
Yes, we did. That was fun too.
That was... we talk so much shit about that
story. I think in this year, I really enjoyed playing multiplayer with you guys.
We did.
Did Dragon Quest come out this year? No, it didn't. Right? That was last year. Dragon Quest 11.
It was this year. It was this year.
Oh, if that was it, then that was it.
We played Divinity together. That was this year.
When did this game come out? Are you sure?
I'm really guessing, but sure.
Came out June 11th, 2018.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
2018.
All right, then those are mine. Yeah, multiplayer and that silly little RPG that has shitty writing. Okay, what's your favorite?
Sekiro.
Very Game Awards.
No, they were onto something with that.
Were they right?
They were right in that sense. It's a good game. It's a solid game. If we're talking about games that get you invested and make you go like fucking butthole clenching status, that is absolutely a game that does that. If not that game, I'd say Resident Evil 2. Because I had a ton of fucking fun playing that game.
Yeah.
But at the absolute fucking most random off the wall,
Here we go.
I'd say Untitled Goose Game.
Really?
As stupid as it is, that game is fucking fun.
You play
and it's
it?
funny. Yeah, I have. it's stupid, but it's funny. Is like the weirdest thing. Like I can't tell you. Like if you look at gaming has a really hard time being funny. It's fun, but it's not funny. You play
It's like
Borderlands.
Borderlands. I was just thinking.
Yeah, you play Borderlands. You go, oh, that game's funny. Better pick it up. Like that's a novelty. And then you jump over to like Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds is funny. Like in my opinion, funnier than Borderlands. But it's just like one of those things where, well, I mean, to an extent, like Borderlands, when they touch on memes of the generation, like, oh, high Volt Hunter, like that shit's funny. Because you're like, oh my God, what the fuck, guys? But outside of that, like as far as original comedy, Outer Worlds has it way better. Solid game. And like that's such a novelty. Like one of my favorite funny games back in the day used to be God Hand. Because that game was fucking wild. But you guys to do all kinds of shit. It's fucking whatever. A game that's funny is so important. What's the last funny game that you played? Where you were like laughing after like that, the laughter was motivating you, kind of shit. Like with film, comedy movies are dime a dozen.
You know what game did that in a way that no other game has done that before? At least for me.
Mm-hmm.
Katamari Damacy.
This is so over the top, right? They're like, hey, we're Japanese. We're going to embrace that shit.
It was like there weren't any jokes per se in the game. The game was funny. Like, how often do you see that?
That's very true.
That's like transcending. But games these days take themselves very seriously. It's very hard to get that. So you're going with those three? You said Sekiro, Untitled Goose Game, and what was the other one?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 2. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's do the mean part. What's the worst game of the year? And define why you think it's the worst game of the year.
Anthem.
That's a good answer. That's watching a AAA company give the fuck up. And give up on everybody that spent money on them.
And that's the game I bought. I'm not too proud to admit it. I bought that game. It was not good. It depressed me. It's one of those situations where you get the game because you're like, I think I told Eric to get the game. I was like, dude, come on.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he was interested too. And the thing is like the game was trailers, the normal gameplay. You're like, dude, sold. Shit's solid. And then you keep playing and you're like, why the fuck am I playing this?
Because it wasn't like 3 missions just rotated around?
No, it's not that obvious. But it's oh my God. I'm sorry. I went to top 10 worst best games of 2019 from Game Informer. They put Resident Evil 10 at number 2. You go. It's a reimagining. However, fans will still find beloved elements intact, like clunky controls and cheap scares. What the fuck?
Resident Evil 10?
Anyone who tells you number 9, Control, anyone who tells you they like Control is lying. The story's impossibly weird and incoherent.
Wait, what site are you on?
This is Game Informer. No wonder they went fucking under.
Oh. They couldn't have gone under because that's pretty recent.
Fuck them. Anyway, so
they're a shitty company.
What the? I think they're just being okay. Number 7, Disco Elysium.
Oh, they're just trying to get people talking.
Among the many forms of entertainment available today, only games offer a unique interactive element that makes stories come alive. No title illustrates that like a Disco Elysium. Truly, what other media allows you to sit quietly for hours as you read text? But whatever they go, ooh, books do that. Have you ever seen a book weave a compelling murder mystery? All right, that's a whole literary genre. At least Disco Elysium stars a damaged drug addict detective good luck finding that character type anywhere. Oh my god, this just bound to piss me off.
IGN has a list.
What is theirs?
They got 15.
Run it.
Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry.
It's not a good game.
I think to be a bad game, though, shouldn't you... I mean, there's a million bad games, but shouldn't you have some weight to it? Shouldn't there be like a level of disappointment in a bad game? I would think so.
Yes, maybe.
Like, what? If you want to say, like, worst games... Okay, the worst game of the year was this one that my stupid cousin made in his basement, and it plays like asteroids, but it has bugs in it. That's the worst game. But no, nobody cares about that game. Like, it should be games that are disappointing, that had some promise to it. Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot? I've never heard of that shit. What is that? It's some
I don't know.
PSVR thing. Like, I didn't hear about it. Why is that the worst game? Decay of Logos? Logos? I've never heard of that shit. I'm scrolling down until I find something I've heard of. Monster Jam Steel Titans. What? Why? Come on, give me some. Here we go. FIFA 20 Legacy Edition. It's just a rehash of FIFA 19. That's bullshit. WWE 2K20. Okay, there you go. That makes sense. Super, super buggy ass game, right? Which we should still get whenever they fix that up. We'll get it at some point. Contra Rogue Core.
I heard about that.
Left Alive is here. You mentioned that earlier.
I remember that game.
It takes place in the same universe as Front Mission?
I won't talk about it.
Wow.
You got a solid game, and they got shit.
Jeez. Their number one was Eternity, The Last Unicorn. Have you heard of that?
Eternity what?
Eternity, The Last Unicorn.
Oh, I heard about it, but no.
Good lord. Mine would have to be Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't think of a game that made me more miserable than Kingdom Hearts 3.
That is a solid choice. That game sucks.
Graphics were shit. Voice acting was shit.
The voice acting, yes. Graphics weren't actually all that bad. They try to keep it within Disney, dude.
Frozen's look better. Music was somehow shit.
How do you do that with
How
Disney?
do you do that? You got the best music in the world and you make it terrible. Gameplay was atrocious.
Atrocious?
Yes. That gameplay was horrible.
I felt like they were selling a theme park at that point.
Yeah. It was like press triangle and then you turn into like a roller coaster or something. You fly around.
You're a merry-go-round. Do more damage by pressing triangle. You're like, oh god.
The story. Okay, I have not followed the Kingdom Hearts story very closely.
It's not a good end.
Okay, well, it's good to hear you say that because I think you know more about it than I do. But this was not how you tell a story. It was so absurd. And
It was so absurd.
It was crazy.
It's not good.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is my worst.
It's a good worst, man, if I'm being honest. That game failed me. I remember finishing it and I was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I was generally like they're like, all right, Kyrie's gonna fight, blah blah blah, and then Riku's gonna fight, and then Raxus is gonna fight. Like, it was the last section where you had to like go through the areas.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, hold on, are we at the end? And then like as I was going through, I'm like, I'm killing a lot of these dudes. And then like right at the end, I was like, holy shit, we're at the end. And then they're like, by the way, get Kingdom Hearts 4. And I was like, fuck you!
Yeah.
Done. Out of this shit, man. Get me out of this fucking cycle.
Yeah, that was horrible. I my jaw dropped because that reminds me of why Square Enix had like a time period where they were like really fucking up all the time, and they really pulled themselves out of it. They've done a lot of good moves, even if I don't like Final Fantasy 15 that much. It's not a bad game, it's just not for me. But I was like, oh my god, this fits right in with their like basically last console generation of just making shit.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but Final Fantasy 15, even though it's like it alienates an audience, was a much more solid experience when you realize it's like, all right, Kingdom Hearts is about friendship and hearts and connection. And then you play you play 14, you're like, this is less manufactured and more genuine. Like I cried at the end of 15. I did because I actually have friends. Imagine that. But it's more of like the concept where you're just like, this means a lot to them, and it the way they delivered it resonates with you as a person.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, when I finished that shit, I'm like, took that shit out of my desk. Hey, welcome to GameStop. Yeah, I'm just here to return this. Like, that's legit what happened. I was fucking done, dude.
That game was so bad.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That game it failed.
There's no other way to put it on that one. All right, well, that's the best and the worst of the decade, and the best and the worst of the year. I think we summed it up. I think we summed it up pretty damn well. I mean, none of us picked this unicorn game, but other than that, I think we did pretty well.
Call of Duty's the worst game ever. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna sign off. Anything you want to say to the people, JD?
Fucking watch our wrestling channel.
Yeah, check it out. I edited the last video really, really poorly. You can see it on there. I didn't realize that I cut off the beginning incorrectly.
I can't wait.
But I'll upload the next one hopefully tonight, and I'll do it correctly. I'll do it. Yeah, without fail. I can't wait for the weekend either.
Let me Google it. It's called the heel turn.
The heel turn? What's that thing? But anyway, I'll see you guys later in the future. Bye-bye.
Bye.